Prost, salut, bien à vous, mosh mosh, ni hao, hola. Oh, damn it. I lost the Greek. Um, Ishikala, maybe? Very, very informal. Like, what's up, bro? Ishikala. Um, First is good morning, and the proper term is para calor. In Spanish is it's hot, to be hot. Good morning. So I guess maybe Greek people were sun worshippers. That's my wildest guess. Oh yeah, big accomplishments today. Um, minor, minor, minor accomplishment yesterday is I got my horn out and prepped it to play. Now all I need to do is just keep this horn right here out and constantly ready for me to just start playing again. Start getting that that longful feeling for making that. Make the sounds that I used to make it make. When I was in my youth, I was in the sixth grade. I was second chair saxophone player. I always was in school talent shows and big performances. At one time, we got the recorder group I was in. We performed in front of 28,000 people, and I didn't freeze up. I didn't. It was awesome. I didn't get stage fright. You know, now mind you, I didn't know anything about music theory. I thought I knew everything there wasn't knew about music because I could play a little, some junior high school music class. Chicago. Um, I could play the music as written, but I did not know there was a whole world of creativity past the just playing pre-written music, actual theory. And I had an idea that, I mean, I always knew how to fill in things when I heard it in music in general. I knew theory, but I didn't know it existed as theory. If that makes any sense. I knew how to hum along and how a song should sound by the way that the melody ran. I didn't know that was theory and how to read theory, and you could guess the next note more than likely where the next note progression is going to be based on music theory. It only allows for certain things to happen at certain times and certain music theory is keys to the universe. They're really, if you look at electronic in the Fourier transforms, music and science are one. It sounds like the keys to cosmos are really in music and the keys to the human soul. So, anyways, I have a lifetime of listening and memories, and probably about a good 15 years of understanding good theory and building upon that, and like be able to listen to a piece of music and guess what the next four bars are going to be that I haven't heard. New music that I haven't heard. I know how it works more times than not. All right, it's 12:49. It's almost bedtime. Got to get up tomorrow and start shopping for a sandwich board. I know I can get one, a good used one for $1,400. and I want it to be 68-inch long. I want a mega top if possible, because it really doesn't cost that much more to make a mega top than this much more metal across the length of the whole thing, and the depth. So really, we're talking about 20 pounds of stainless steel. So maybe $200-300 difference. Not any real significant amount of money for the difference between a 2-row and a 3-row sandwich. Where you put your condiments up on top, is where you work at a restaurant. You reach into each little thing and grab the appropriate amount of each ingredient. So you can make 65 different sandwiches from one little place. Oh God, this is so exciting. I love the idea of this. I can make 75 different items, different menu items from the same basic 15 substances. Um, Carne asada, carne molada, calchete, ceviche, camarones, um, 4 or 5 different cheeses, sour cream, 15 different hot sauces. Yeah, I'm gonna, and then like little drizzles and stuff to put across them. The coup de grace, so to say, the art, the fling of the wrist, the stripe of color and taste going across your tongue and your palate, as well as your visual senses. It's just a blessing to the soul and the body. So that okay. This the last thing I get is the foodstuffs. All I need to do is make a list. I anticipating my first shopping out my first shopping um, day for the food truck would be to fill up half the freezer, which is 67 cubic feet. I've got one for hundreds of pounds of meat. I want to get probably 25 pounds of several different types of meats uh, for these tacos and burritos and tortas and tamales. It's all essentially the same. It's like Italian food. It's all essentially the same material arranged differently with a couple of different flavors added to it. A taco and a burrito are essentially the same thing. It's a small skin of flour or rice wrapped around almost all the same ingredients. And yes, it does taste different. It really does. And I would love to get the. I like that. I keep looking and I keep. My father's like smiling, like he's like in the anticipation of every word, and already knowing what I'm going to say. 'Cause in heaven, you get to know everything. I want to make the Cuban sandwich, and that's going to take about a quarter pan for the ham, quarter pan for the pork, an eighth pan for the cheeses. We know a Cuban sandwich is pure Swiss cheese, mustard, ham, pork, mustard, and bread. And yes, a few pickles is a good final touch too. Yes. And speaking of which, I need beer. Oh! I did work today. I had some laborers come by and take one of the freezers out. Actually, they took both the big freezers out, both of them, and then put one back in, and all the contents of them. Yes, in 45 minutes. It took us that long, same people, just to put the one freezer in the first time. So we're getting better at working with each other. So I paid them $120 for 2 hours work. It was hard and it was worth it. They earned every bit of it. See how this idea about working for the hour really kind of screws you up? Really, I could have brought them over here and paid them $20 an hour for the same work. And really, why should I pay them any extra? Because just treat people fair. Anyways, always treat people fair. 600 smackers. And yesterday I spent $400 on technology and fuel for the truck. Technology for the house. I bought a new mouse, $100. And mysteriously, my computer mouse went bad. So, hey, I need what I need. And I always get the best I can get because I'm not going to buy three of the cheaper technology because they're cheaper and have them keep breaking. I'll just get the top of the line that I can get, which is this case the second best mouse on this type of mouse platform. And the keyboard, $145. This is what I want because I should not have to buy another keyboard within 3 or 4 years if this keyboard is always here on my desk and it doesn't fall and it doesn't get banged around. Well, it's on my desk. It's not getting banged around. So is it expensive? Yes. But over the years, the cost of this unit per day will effectively be pennies. After 3 years, it will be pennies per day use. All I have to do is preserve what I own, take care of it. That's why poor people stay poor. Oh, just another keyboard. I'm making $400 a day. Well, if you buy 5 keyboards in the course of a year, well, guess what? That's almost $1,000 you just fucked off your frivolity. Yeah, you're making $500 a day is probably like $168,000. Not just this, and then that transfers all the other areas in your life where you're just frivolous about things, and you should be taking care of everything you own. Your family first, yes. That's responsive and reciprocal. I need a beer or three. Oh, forgot. Hey, Frederico. thing here. Come on, man. I already lost one fucking dog today. All right. So officially it is 7 p.m. normal people time. I've been off work for a couple hours. Even though my work technically ended at 9. Hey, guess what? I'm a businessman. I have to work. I can't afford to pay everybody for everything every time. I have to by myself so I can keep a roof over my head. Take care of my dogs. So yeah, I'm a little bit. This is my dinner tonight. You're very, very complacent. I have food. I should be able to cook right now. I just got this mental block about cooking in the middle of the night, which is weird because I used to work at Taco Bell, third shift, or at McDonald's. I worked there for a while, third shift. Yeah, but I like working with food. Pay's not important. But learning about food. I get paid to learn about food. I'm almost one of those people like in the airplane world. Pick me, I'll cook for free. So yeah, another great day. Well, not a great day. I mean, fuck. I went pretty good. I did close to $600 a day. Didn't work yesterday though. And if it rains for 3 days in a row, guess what? I'm still stuck with my home bills, and I still want it. I still need. To, I need. I still need. You know what? I haven't even fucking figured out how much it really cost me to fucking live for a day. Let's do that real quick. My home expenses are significantly less than a lot of people's. Let's see. Rent, no, zero. Mortgage, zero. Okay. Water bill, it was about $55 a month. And water power bill is about 115 a month. Cell phone is 250. With tablet with a data plan. I'm paying for both of them. Water, power, phone, car insurance, $187 a month. Right now it's 607. It costs me about $75 a week to eat. Really good. So we're talking about plus $350 because I eat out every now and then. $957 a month divided by 4.5 weeks. $212 divided by 7 days a week. I need approximately $30.40 a day to live. Just to sit here and watch my dogs play, make YouTube videos, play saxophone. That means I could have a really fucking good life for $12,000. To a lot of people, that's poverty wages. But hey, I'd be happy just to sit here and play my fucking saxophone and not deal with anybody all day. I'm very selective about who I spend my time with. Intelligence is a key component of being associated with. For me, I just can't stand a lot of idle chitter chatter and just dumb talk. And just, if you want to borrow my lawnmower, just come over and ask for it. Hey, can I borrow? Hey, neighbor, can I borrow your lawnmower? Sure. It's not like I don't know where you live. The chit chat and the getting to know you and the talking and the stories and like, no. Why don't you come over when there's a barbecue or something or throw a barbecue? We never really. On the hindsight, lost another dog today. Damn it, man. I think he got out of my employee's house. That's the only place the door was open. Other than that, I'd seen him since the last gas stop. Or worst case, he jumped out while I was going on the highway. No more dogs in the car ride, just the one at a time, more manageable. I probably gotten something that I just didn't have the attention span to take care of all the dogs. All I did was sell puppies a day. Yeah, I wanted to get rid of a dog for money and not my favorite one. The second time I've lost a favorite dog. Why? I took more than one dog on a fucking car ride. It's just out. And by grown dog. And then the puppy stays, the puppy that's for sale stays with me in my pocket, and only one of those goes at a time. My heart doesn't have room to constant fucking grief, man. That's all you can do just to stay upbeat and happy without the fucking problem of this world just dragging you into fucking underdrive, reverse. The optimism is only so strong. People say uh, that there needs to transition there. Marvin Gaye said it right. I'm not sure who wrote this song or words. Maybe it's just a common truism, and anybody in my position would understand this. And it's part of the reason why I make friends so easily. I have thousands of friends all around the world. I don't know strangers. I don't believe in enemies. Eventually, the term forgive and forget should be employed. Sometimes it's just too soon. I want to forgive. I really do. They took all of Dad's money at 38 cents. Last time I was helping him balance a checkbook. And August 21, you have thousands of dollars in the bank. Now, if I needed money, if I were playing someone for a fool and taking all other, I, he wouldn't have any money in the bank. But I'm not. I actually took it out of my pocket to help him elevate into my lifestyle. I was making $28,000 a month on average. Okay, gross. So I was still making to the bank with roughly, usually about $19,000 to $20,000. That's a healthy $5,000 a week. Working 300 days of the year, that's still over $165,000. And all those expenses, guess what? They more than bring my tax liability to well under zero. Matter of fact, the government should be giving me back some money because they've borrowed my money all year long. Laptop, write off. New laptop every 6 months. It's a write off. So either give it to the government or spend it on something for your business. My truck needs a new flat screen TV every year. And we're always getting newest technology. My truck needs a new set of injectors every 2 years, every six. So tax write off. And then I have also the bonus of my truck doesn't break down as much because it has always superior products, always superior reliability. Reputation is worth a lot in the trucking business. But after I ran 3 loads and got them ahead of time, and had to wait half a day because of the appointment time, and they wouldn't change the appointment. I had people calling me, "Hey man, are you in this area? I've got a load for you." Yeah, I know it says 7,000 on the load board. We're actually going to pay 11,000 for it because we need to guarantee that we have a. We'll pay more to have more reliability. Is what the. Because remember, an average is like this. There's people below it, and people who are above average. Yes, yours truly is really above average in the trucking world. Don't know how to keep the inside of a truck clean. I really, they should be made services that should be able to come on the road and help you with that. Maybe we'll do it topless. I pay $200 once a week to have my truck cleaned out. It's really like an hour and a half. Just like after working 90 hours a week, you're really seeking diversion. You want to get the fuck away from the truck. You spend more time in your truck than you ever do in your real home. Because when you're in your real home, you're actually leaving your home to go do fun things. Going to the badminton court, going to the racquetball court, going to community college to take some type of continuing education courses. Um, Reminds me, actually, tomorrow's Monday. I should go down to the local community college and sign up for a little HVAC class and a welding class. I want to get certified in both. I'm sure I could test out within 6 weeks of each one. Definitely in the welding. Just MIG. TIG is an entirely different process, but I think it's actually, um, in theory and practice, a lot easier than MIG welding. The speed's a little bit slower, but the deposition of the material is a lot more easier to manage. Plus, it's just a stronger weld. I think a TIG weld is a lot stronger and a lot neater. You're not just spraying um, an arc of metal onto the substrate. Um, so I might have to. I don't like the idea of paying anybody to do welding anymore, especially as this aluminum welding is just fucking atrocious. It's like $260 for 8 little welds this big. Now either this guy's a dick and he's fucking taking me for all I can be got for, because I'm willing to pay these ridiculous prices. Or, hey, the machine, how much? It's expensive. It's at least $3,000 or $4,000 for a decent, not a bit, not an entry level, a decent multivariable TIG welder. I've already got the basics. I need more control. I need the more finite variable controls instead of 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this doesn't work. When we start dealing with different metals and alloys, you actually a lot more control than those switches can get you. So I just know how does it get me from? I woke up at 9 a.m. this morning, rolled around till 11, pedal around the house. I think the problem with my life right now is why my days are going so quick. Is I'm waking up, spending 3 or 4 hours, and then working, and then 3 or 4 hours. I don't. Yeah, the 3 or 4 hours goes quicker than if you have 8 hours before work and then do 8 hours work. I don't even. It's not even really work. I'm driving around neighborhoods, looking at things. I'm finding houses I can buy. really, really cheap, afford $15,000 homes. They only need like $25,000 worth of a roof on it. Okay, cool. I can still sell that house for $195,000. Would I live in that neighborhood? Probably not. And if that house was in a neighborhood, it'd be worth $345,000. Hey, I can still make $90,000 and employ some carpenters in the same time. Oh my God, maybe that's why the quickest way to become a millionaire is the real estate market. Maybe I should dabble in it a little bit. Try to still sell 3 or 4 properties in the first 6 months. Not huge. I know real estate agents that sell 3 or 4 properties a week, make multiple tens of thousands of dollars. You can really become a millionaire doing that. And then all the things outside of your agency, private flipping, things that your agency doesn't get a cut of your money. I do despair. I divulge too much. It's the duality of space and time. I will be playing this on here one day. It might be another channel. I hope the food cart doesn't steal more of my time than it's supposed to free up. That's the biggest thing. I would like ideally to get three shifts. I guess I need 5. There's covering shifts and covering off days, and so I need 3 people to run a taco truck times 5 shifts, 15 people. So I guess I really need to hire 20 because there's going to be some washout in the first weeks. People are going to quit. People are going to walk off. And if you fuck with my shit, you're going to get fired. Oh, yeah, I'll pay you out your commission immediately. You get fired. If you quit, it's going to take a couple weeks. What the labor laws have allowed me to do. Quitting should be punished. I'm a pretty decent person, pretty easy to go along with. I'm happy all the fucking time. Am I a little bit too much of an optimist? Yeah. I believe that if I have a dog collar on my dog and a dog collar on the dog and a name tag, that you should call me and give me my dog back, man. Got this. Man, a dog is a fucking emotional thing to lose. No, no, no. This is not a communist channel. I don't believe in communism. I live in Cuba. I believe in sincerely in the heart and soul of the average Cubano in Cuba. Would desperately love to overturn the status quo and return it to its former prosperous glory. Like when Batista was there. Or if you wanted to put your American business in Cuba, you're welcome to. But you got to make a Cuban citizen or Cuban national. 50% owner in your business with no equity. With no equity, you just pick somebody, make them your partner, and give them 50% of the business right at the top. Made instant millionaires out of a very large segment of the Cuban population. Huge swaths. This one's getting the business. Kept chewing her ears, and she just sat there and wouldn't fight back. I mean, I shouldn't have got her situation, but still, she wouldn't fight back. I guess that's how they had to learn. They teach each other like that, but really, I was fucking depressed that my fucking dog disappeared. My favorite dog. His name was Favorite Dog. His nickname was Favorite Dog. I could say, "Hey, Favorite Dog, get over here!" And you run across the room. The one that thinks he's Favorite Dog, he didn't even respond to that because he knows he's not the favorite dog. That's a he affection upon the other one. Let him know. You know, he gets petted the longest. He gets the biggest cut of steak. He gets fed first. Plus, Cuba has the best, finest sand beaches in the planet. The sand there is so soft, it's like silk. It's as finely grained as powdered sugar. If I had a sandpaper factory, I would locate it in Cuba just for those sands. Really would. All right, so I gotta polish my shoes. You know, it's really boring. I could make a video about it. I'm actually pretty good at this. Got a shoe shine kit. Worst case scenario, I'd go to New York City or Chicago and shine shoes on the street. I did it before. $400 or $500 a day, polishing 3 or 4 pairs of shoes. I learned from the best shoe shiners there are in Chicago. You have to have a certain patois, a certain je ne sais quoi. You will have to pattern yourself after a series of performers. It's easy. You gotta just talk mad shit. First thing is you gotta get yourself either a shoe while they're walking down the street. It's like, hey, let me see that shoe for a second. Come here for a second. What? Look at that. Oh, whoa, they polish one of that. Oh, wow, look at that. Now you got to wash the rest of the shoe, right? Yeah, good. Yeah, good. And you polish that shoe for free. You tell them, I'll tell you what, you make them a absurd bet that you know you're going to win. But they don't know you're going to win. It's like that series of math problems that you take a number, you add your age, divide the year you're in, and somehow it always adds up to be the number they're thinking of. Well, the same thing is like with this. Then you do one of those. It's like I normally charge $55 a chart to shine a pair of shoes, but if I want to make a bet with you, it's a bet you know you're always going to win. And subtly, I think they do too. If you lose, then the shoe shine is $100. If I lose, it's free. You know what? Most time people like that will give you $45 anyways. Like you just shined their shoes, man. Really, really good. So like a presidential level shine, in like 15 minutes because they had everything. They had the action, they had the buffing, the speed, the heat, the the proper material. Right here, this little thing right here is enough to shine 300 pairs of shoes. You really don't need much of it. It's all about this and rubbing and pressure and speed. And then it's the next step. Again, pressure and speed. Then here, use a sock. This is the part where the street shiner actually is the most brilliant in their technique. They take that little rag and it's about this long. You get it back and forth, and they snap it. There's the money. Because look, you can just shine it just like this. You don't need all that. Zip, zap, zap, zip, zap, zap, zap. And actually the guy going, zip, zap, 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 zip, zap, zap, zap. Oh, we get the shoe shine, because when the shoe shine, you shine. Shine away, shine, shine, shine. Shine away, shine, shine, shine. And that's actually a real street shiner thing. It's the whole experience. That's why a good street hustler can get $300 a pair of shoes, because you're making the time enjoyable and you're giving them a presidential level shine. There's people that put their shoes in a box and ship them to a place like, where's this place? Kirby Ellison's, and pay $750 for a shoe shine because it's a mirror gloss and it's deep with a luster. You're basically making the shoe like it's fucking brand new. And if you know what you're really doing, you can take that crease and make it invisible. But then you got to get acetone and a lot more stuff that you can carry in this little box all the time. Which most of those guys have a milk crate. They carry a milk crate around with all their working stuff on the inside of it. And then the additional benefit, so you spill all your shit on the ground, you're going to be using it anyways. And then you let the person sit on the bucket or crate you're using. See, I would have that. Carry this in it. See, that way the person has a comfortable place to keep set their foot. And now, of course, this is where you start getting complicated. You need a lot of mobility to be doing this. You want to be able to move from busy corner to busy corner because there's a certain traffic pattern you're trying to capture. Like the executives coming home, getting on the train right there in Chicago. And going back to Naperville for the night. So that, he can get home right when his dinner's ready. If you get on the express train from Chicago to Naperville, let's say you live 30 minutes from your train station, Grand Central, and you You walk there, or you take an L train there. Probably the best thing would be take an L train to the Grand Central Station, walk 2 blocks, and then get on the train. That's what I did a lot. No matter what suburb of Chicagoland I stayed in, and I've stayed in almost all of them. You should be home by 7 o'clock. That's time to have dinner, spend time with your children, um, help them with their homework, and then a little liquor and libation with the old lady. And hopefully you're in bed by 11, 12, and then it's up at 6:45 the next morning to take the train back into the city and do it all over again. To some people, that's a great fucking life. Not me, brother. Not me. Naperville is way too far away from fucking downtown Chicago. I'd rather just have a good hustle and live right there in Chicago. And plus, you're right there in Chicago with all the fucking nightlife, man. The psychic benefits of being in Chicago alone are fucking immense. Yeah, but being a balloon artist in Chicago full time year round, it's not a good thing. You only realistically have between the last. Sometimes you can get there early April, but then it's still a lot of rainy. April showers bring May flowers, and then it's only really starting to peak above 42 degrees on a 2 or 3 day a week basis. So realistically, only really have mid-May until September, because October in Chicago is cold. Fancy Pants Ash from North Carolina. Yeah, it's not really cold until like mid-December. I've sold the ice cream truck up until mid-December. Sometimes even New Year's. We got a lot of little Indian summers in that time. And just the same token. On the other hand, it can snow up there 2 or 3 foot in June. That mountain weather, man, you just don't never know. It tries to have 4 serious seasons, but it's really kind of schizophrenic a lot of times. I've seen it snow 3.5 foot in the middle of April. You better believe it, brother. It did happen. Uh, Me and my friends were going to go up to see Iron Maiden in Knoxville, Tennessee. My birthday, 1986. 16 years old. Went to an Iron Maiden concert in Knoxville, Tennessee. By the time we picked up the third passenger, it has already been snowing for about an hour, and totality of the blizzard arrived. But later on that day, it snowed at 3.5 foot with an up. It almost was like a layer of snow, 3.5 foot. It's kind of over a few hours. Yeah, people were stuck everywhere. It was like a real disaster. Me, I love snow days. I love hanging around the house with nothing to do but read books and hang out, chill with people, and have a good time. Just spodiody, just spontaneous and happy, tranquil, restful, enjoyable time with other people. Nothing to strive, nothing to arguing, nothing to bullshit. Have more enough for everybody to be able to hang out and not worry about what they need and make lifelong connections. Everybody that knows me knows that that's how I work. That's how I roll. Shit, I could think about thousands of different scams and hustles of the negative kind. Well, I wouldn't be living in this tiny house if I knew. I do know how to do them. If I knew how to live with myself after those horrible things. The light is good. Being in the light is good. Exposed. Because sunlight kills bacteria, kills bad things. All my whole life is all on examination. Ask me anything. I'm not afraid of truth because it always sets me free. Just like the time I got arrested for somebody else's DUI. I was in jail for 45 days. I'm like, hey man, I'm not this guy that owns this car. I'm not supposed to be here, man. I'm not. Yeah, and that was Clowney, Florida. Lived at Dale Maybury, and I bought a car for my roommate who had just moved to. Let's see, it was me, the old guy, and two other young cats. One of them moved to Ybor City. It was a Ford Granada, 1970. It sold me for $350. Needed new tires, probably new brakes was the next thing. Yeah, at least two or three. The body was perfectly straight. The interior was perfectly straight. He just bought a new Porsche. Yeah, he's a restaurant manager. He just started becoming manager, and when he moved out of the apartment, bought a Porsche and condominium across town. And to him, that was garbage. Well, got him to work every day in time to get him a manager job, and then work up regional like he did. Good for him. Bad for him. He didn't tell me he had a DUI. Um, Crossing a causeway on my way back to the apartment for my job at Wendy's and Clearwater, I think. Yeah, I had to go across the causeway. You know, they ran his tag because I asked him to leave it on for me. Hey, can I borrow that tag? For like a week until I get my next paycheck and get my own tag and insurance. Yeah, sure thing, homeboy, no problem. 45 days later, I got out of jail. I lost my apartment, my place to stay. They threw all my stuff out. Had gotten another roommate. They thought that I just took off and left everything. I didn't get any. I didn't get a phone call. Nothing. Just threw me straight in fucking jail or something I didn't even fucking do. Heinous shit. And then what did they do? When they finally released me, and it took 6 hours to get out of jail after they already knew that I wasn't the one that's supposed to be there. It should be like, oh God, hey, why don't you grab yourself a shower and we wash your clothes for you. No, they've been a sealed locker, fermenting. So I got out of jail with dirty clothes on and my last paycheck. No cab ride home. Nothing. Not even I'm sorry. So when I feel like sometimes the justice is always good, because I've had dirty shit happen to me. I do like my little humble digs. I feel like my little hobbit home. I had the maid service over, and it's nice in here now. I got to give me a little trash can for over here, a little trash can for over there. You know, oh, $377 to the trash company, Republic Services. And then they'll start. I have a dumpster. I have a full size dumpster right here to take care of my trash needs because I'd rather pay $75 a month than to just like be lazy and not drive the 7 miles down the road. And I don't want trash in my food truck, and that's the only vehicle I have right now. So I'd rather pay $75 a month than just throw a satchel of trash into the dumpster 4, 7, 20 times a week, however many cans of trash a um, person can generate, along with the refuse, the cardboard from my truck, and the garbage that creates. So it's and then it's gone. I just throw it in this magic box in my front yard, and every week a giant truck comes through here and collects it all. That's a lot easier to me than I having to spend 2 trash runs a week, half the back of my truck all filled up with like 20 bags of fucking cardboard and plastic and broken bottles and all kinds of shit. $75 a month, it's like cable or internet. It's just another subscription. You know, all I have to do is get the garbage out of my house, right there in the central location. I should ask my neighbors if they want to use it. Just get a bigger one. Hey, you want to contribute this and save a lot of trips to the trash can. I like being neighborly. So we are hanging out with Freddie Fender from Eugene, Oregon. It should hurt to be so handsome. Ladies love cool Miguel. Man, women ain't slick when they're checking that man. They're not. They're rather obvious about it. Anywho, it's been over an hour. And yes, the synopsis of this video is coming to a truck stop near you or neighborhood block parties, or random street festival. There's gonna be a taco truck that makes Cuban sandwiches and platanos, fucking candy. And I'm actually rambling.